Hey everybody, it's Justin Sisk, and I'm starting a new series today. It's called Society's Intervention. It's where I talk about topics, issues, and other things going on in our world that might explain what's wrong with the world we live in. And today I thought it was no better time than me myself being in the Snowmageddon, or snowpocalypse as they call it, in the state of Virginia in the United States. I'm going to talk about the topic of how to behave, prepare, and drive when it snows outside like this. So, with at certain points the snow being up to almost my knees and it being extremely cold out here, I'm going to bring you this episode. Actually, screw that shit, I'm coming inside. It's cold. That's much better. Hey everybody, like I said before, this is a new installment. It's called Society's Intervention. I'm Justin Sisk, and I was gonna do the entire episode out in the snow, but then once I got out there I realized that that's not gonna happen. So, we can do it in here. It's still fine. But like I said, this is called Society's Intervention. It's a new series, and it's where I talk about problems, issues, topics in this world that people don't like to talk about, and maybe try to figure out what the hell is wrong with the world we live in. This first episode I thought was very fitting considering the time of year. Today we're going to be talking about how to behave when it snows. This video could save your life. So let's talk about the kind of snow that I'm going to be talking about here. I'm not talking about the little snowstorm that you get that puts maybe like a half an inch of snow on the ground and then melts the next day. No, I'm talking about the heaping mounds of snow that come up to well over almost 2 feet. That's the kind of snow I'm talking about. The kind of snow that you need to prepare for. Now, first of all, one thing to prepare for when you're in these type of situations is, of course, you have to make sure that you have enough food. However, let me stress this a lot, because I've worked retail before, and I'm sure a lot of other people who've worked retail. Do not be the person that goes out there and just buys out the entire store of milk, bread, and water. Yes, you need some, but you don't need the entire store's supply of bread, milk, water, and frozen pizzas and everything else that you need to fix. However, it is important to have those things, so do get enough to last for maybe 2 or 3 days. I doubt it'll even be that long, but at least you're prepared. Because think about it, if you go in there and you buy all the food, and then what is everybody else going to get? Also, make sure that your heating and your water heater and everything else is working properly as well, so that your pipes don't freeze and then you run out of water. You can't take showers, you can't go to the bathroom, you can't... That's pretty much it. You can't wash dishes, all that good stuff. So make sure that you still have good working pipes and everything else. Also, if you can, also try to provide yourself with a generator. I know that they are expensive. If you can't, or you live in a subdivision or in the city, normally they have backups for that. If you do lose power, know the precautions to take. Use batteries. Use things that don't necessarily need to be hooked up to the wall. There are ways you can still cook food and do all sorts of other things like that. Now that we've gotten into how to prepare for the giant winter, let's talk about how to act when it's snowing. Now, once it starts snowing, it gets over that big milestone of a foot and keeps going like it did here in Virginia yesterday. I mean, literally all of yesterday it snowed. We had close to 2 feet of snow, which since I've been alive, I don't think I've ever seen that much snow here. However, all of you other people up in like Alaska and Canada and where it snows like pretty much all the time, you're calling me a bitch right now. But that's fine. I've never seen 2 feet of snow. So, in order to be prepared for that, make sure that you have gloves, you have coats, you have long johns, long socks, snow caps, big coats, a shovel, salt, all of the stuff that you need to make sure that you're going to be warm and get rid of the snow so in case you need to walk out of your house to do something. That's where the shovel and the salt come in. You can shovel the snow and put the salt down so that it doesn't come back. Also remember to stay warm. Now think about this. This is when it gets a little serious here. Sorry, that coffee's good. Here's where it gets a little serious. We're going to talk about driving in the snow. Now, everybody out there that has a truck, including myself, that has four-wheel drive, that does not mean that you are safe when your area is under a state of emergency. That is not what that means. What four-wheel drive does is it adds the extra torque to each tire that it needs to add better traction so that you can push through the snow and the ice. However, it doesn't add that for your brakes. So that doesn't mean that you can speed down the snow-covered road just because you don't see anybody for miles. Because what if you come up on an accident or someone's in the road walking or an animal or something and you have to slam on your brakes? Well, hey, there goes all that torque and traction because guess what, buddy? You're getting in an accident at that point. That also goes for cars. I'm not sure what people are thinking when they're speeding down the road in the snow. I mean, like, I wouldn't do it. I'm in a truck and I take precautions when I'm still driving in the snow because I just don't like the idea of dying, so I try to prevent that. So, when you're driving down the road in the snow, be safe. Don't speed down the road because you don't know what's in front of you, especially if it's like blizzard conditions. You can't see like 5 inches in front of the freaking windshield. Okay? So be safe. Also, if you are under a state of emergency, there is no absolute reason that you should be driving on the road anyway, unless you are part of a company that plows the snow or that you're trying to help and you're plowing the snow. That is the only reason that you should be on the road at all. I don't care what you do for a living. I don't care what you do for work. It's not so important that you need to be there that you're going to endanger your life and possibly die. It's not worth it. There's no amount of money or special job that is worth risking your life to get to it. So if your job is still expecting you to come in these conditions, that's probably not really a good place to work for anyway. It's still good coffee. I would like to put this into perspective for everybody. There are 1.5 million accidents that happen every year due to inclement weather. That is including snow, rain, sleet, hail, everything else. And out of those, at 1.5 million accidents, 800,000 people are injured. And worse, 7,000 people die because of these car accidents. So I'm just saying, be careful. Do not go out on the conditions. If you walk out of your house and you don't think it's safe, don't get in your car and drive somewhere. Especially, like I said, if you're under a state of emergency. Nothing is worth going out to get or to go to work or what have you that you need to risk your life and almost die for it. It's just not worth it. Also, one other thing. When you are driving on the road, and I experienced this the other day, when you're driving on the road, do not tailgate somebody. I don't care what vehicle you're in. I don't care how slow they're going. Don't tailgate them. You need to give at least 6 to 10 seconds of time to brake. Because like I said, that extra torque that you have with your four-wheel drive does not go into the brakes. So you are still going to slide and get into an accident. And if you're right up on somebody and you don't give that the proper amount of time to brake and you slam on the brakes because they're doing something that they're supposed to be doing, by the way, you're going to go into them and now someone could get hurt or you could be owing a shit ton of money that you could have avoided if you would have just been safe. I'm just saying, people, if someone decides to go out into the snow when it is horrible out and you should not be out, and you still decide to do it, and not only do you do that, you go out and you drive crazy, I'm sorry, but that is an idiotic decision because you are putting yourself and others at risk here, okay? I'm just saying, everybody, just have some common sense when you're out there and it's snowing, because that way it'll save your life and other people's lives, and it will save a lot of money, a lot of lives, and all the good things. And who doesn't want to save lives and money? I mean, so like I said, my name is Justin Sisk, and this has been Society's intervention on how to behave when it snows. Hey everybody, what's up? If you like the video, go down there and hit that big red subscribe button below for more videos. This is a new series that I just put out called Society's Intervention. I'm going to try to explain what the hell is wrong with the world we live in. Like I said, I'm going to try my best, so just bear with me here. So go down there for more episodes of that. Go down there for song covers, more episodes of the history you thought you knew, and movie reviews and things like that. A lot of cool stuff is coming from this channel, so please go down there and hit that big red subscribe button, hit the like button, find me on Facebook, find me on Twitter, find me on Instagram, find me on all that other crap that you guys belong to, and follow, like, share, press all the buttons you need to interact with this channel. Also, if you have a second, head on over to my other channel called Stories of Lore. It's where I talk about paranormal, supernatural, and unexplained stuff. Some really cool stuff that people don't talk about a lot, and it's raising some questions and it's getting some notoriety out there, so please go check that out also. And I'll see you guys next time, as long as you follow my instructions about driving in the snow. Just kidding. I'll see you guys next time.